Hello and welcome to God Logic. My name is Temko, and today we are taking a look at a game called No Thing. And if you're wondering why this game looks as psychedelic as it sounds, well, that's because it really is. It's developed by Evil Indie Games, a developer that mostly does mobile titles, and this is a game they're bringing on mobile as well as Steam and Linux and Mac. But what is it? It's in essence a endless runner. You run along a track, you turn left, you turn right, and you hope you don't die before the level ends. In the meantime, there's a narrator telling you things. Let's go ahead and dive into some options and trophies and explain what is going on before we dive into some gameplay and tell you what the hell is going on. Options. There's only music and options for music on and sound on, as well as the language you can change from English. If you're wondering what the hell is going on with these mouse overs, that's when you hover over your mouse, it just sort of changes the UI thing. I'm not sure why they did that. It's needlessly annoying, but coming from Superhot, which did basically the same thing, it's okay. So you have trophies. You get trophies based on the levels you complete. You also get achievements based on the levels you complete, and you can check leaderboards if you should desire to do so. You have a storyline. It has 10 levels. I have just finished level 4 in level 5, and you can also do level select, where you can select whichever level you prefer. Level 11 is the end level where the story comes to fruition, so to say. We can press continue and go ahead on to where we left off, and that is really all there is left to it. The game has a killer soundtrack that gets really repetitive because each level has one track that loops on and on. Even though each level has their own unique soundtrack, you may be stuck on a level for quite a while until you figure it out. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive into some gameplay, and you will be able to see what in hell's name is going on with this title. Okay, so this is the game. This is level 4. In the bottom of your screen, so I can explain what's going on, you have the amount of turns you've taken, the percentage of the level you've completed, some score points based on certain criteria, and then the last number is the speed, and the speed is the speed you move at, and that increases every time you turn a corner. So the idea is to minimize the amount of corner turns so you have a slower speed, so you have more control, but the game doesn't really let you minimize the amount of turns, and it will throw you around, and it's up to you to figure out how to land where you need to go. So this is the game in a nutshell. There's this narrator. He'll be talking over everything, giving you a little bit of a story. It's pretty psychedelic, and when you fall over and die, you start the level from scratch again. It doesn't really matter if you do so at 1%, 15%, or if you die at 99%. And I can tell you from experience, dying at 99% is about as frustrating as you'd expect it to be after you already ran a level about 20,000 times. Okay, if you haven't tuned away at this point, you might be wondering, okay, Temko, funny joke, where's the game? Because this is obviously a prototype of something they're just working on for a day or so. And no, this is the entire title. It actually isn't even that horribly bad. Now, the game is a grand total of $4. $3.99, and it's on a 40% discount for the release week. So you can't really call it an expensive game. But is it even worth your time and money to even spend a look at it, looking the way it does and the very limited gameplay it offers? And the answer to that is no, but sorta. See, my problem with this game isn't the basic gameplay, isn't the ridiculously simplified gameplay graphics. It's not even the ridiculously simplified story where the narrator sort of tells you something's going on, but you have no idea what the hell is going on really. No, there's two things that I feel that detract from this game. One is the way it does its field of view. I got nauseous playing this game from the very tight field of view because you have to look forward and just correctively turn at the last possible second. The second thing, and that also ties into the visionary aspect of the game, or the vision aspect of the game I should say, is the way it does these weird colored overlays and these blockiness. They just make the turns needlessly harder without any real reason. And these two things combined really just give you a very tight feeling, a very claustrophobic feeling. And yeah, that's really it. Now, graphics wise, nothing to speak of. I mean, there really isn't much to speak of. These graphics are in the background, they are floating in the air, and they should represent something. And even though the developers have definitely put some effort into coating these graphics and these layers off a level with different graphics, with different ideas, and they follow the narrative the narrator is telling you, you can't really call them great. Running wise, the game is a decent runner. I mean, that's really all you can call it. It's a runner, you run, and once you complete a level, you go on to the next level. And that is really it. It has zero replayability as far as I've seen. And the one modifying gameplay element are these little cubes you can pick up, that you can see me pick up once or twice already, that reduce your speed. If you fall off the path, you will die, but if you fall off a level and you fall to a lower level, or you jump from ledge to ledge, the game just continues. It doesn't really care. But the interesting part of this is that the game, each level has a predefined endpoint. And this endpoint doesn't really care whether or not you're stuck at 99% for a very long time. The game is just going to keep telling you to keep running until it hits that specified endpoint. So it could be that you reach 99% at the very start of a round, or it could be that it just instantly finishes at 100% and then it goes on to the next level. You get a new bit of music and the narrator continues. If you die, you start off again and you redo it. Now, even though the game has a level select where you can select the level you want to do, I genuinely do not know why. Maybe you really like runners. In that case, this is the game for you. And if you even have a slight inclination not to like runners or repetitive gameplay, then this is not for you. Maybe you'll get a few hours of enjoyment out of it. For $4, I paid more for lunch today. So, I mean, it's not an expensive game. And if that's your sort of thing, it's a good game for you. But objectively, I can't call this much of a game at all, really. Turn left, turn right, and overlays on floating graphics. That's the title. Check it out on Steam. Or don't. Up to you, really. But that's just me. Your opinion may vary. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, press that like button below. If you don't like this video, well, there's a dislike button for exactly that purpose. And you'll see more content like this on the channel. You can press that subscribe button and we will deliver. And until then, I wish you a good day. And until next time, right here on Guy Logic.